If there is one lesson that becomes increasingly clear after many years observing the financial industry, it is that markets are not shaped only by capital. They are shaped by ideas, by frameworks, by the quality of the decisions through which capital moves. Many firms grow by launching new products. Others expand by multiplying the number of strategies they manage. But the organizations that ultimately shape the direction of the industry tend to follow a different trajectory. They become intellectual reference points. They contribute to redefining how markets are interpreted, how risk is understood, and how capital is structured over time. When this happens, their influence extends well beyond the clients they directly serve. Their thinking begins to circulate within the broader ecosystem of finance. It informs discussions among investment committees. It influences the design of allocation frameworks. It shapes the way institutions interpret complex market environments. This is the space in which Global Asset has chosen to position itself, not as an asset manager competing to gather capital, not as a research provider producing more information, but as a capital intelligence firm dedicated to strengthening the decision architecture through which institutions interpret markets and allocate capital. In an industry increasingly saturated with data, signals, and competing narratives, the real scarcity is no longer information. The real scarcity is clarity. Clarity in understanding where risk is truly accumulating. Clarity in interpreting how capital flows across markets. Clarity in designing allocation structures capable of remaining coherent even as regimes change. Global Asset was built precisely to contribute to this dimension. The firm operates at the level where investment outcomes ultimately originate, the quality of the frameworks through which decisions are made. Rather than competing within the traditional layers of the industry, Global Asset works alongside institutional investors, asset managers, and sophisticated capital allocators to strengthen the structure of their decision environment. This means bringing independent perspective, analytical discipline, and structural thinking into processes that are increasingly challenged by the complexity of modern markets. Because the reality is simple, financial markets will continue to evolve. Information will continue to multiply. Volatility will continue to reshape expectations. In this environment, the true competitive advantage will not belong to those who merely react faster. It will belong to those who think with greater structure. Those who understand that the stability of long-term capital depends not only on the assets held in a portfolio, but on the architecture through which decisions about that capital are made. Global Asset exists to strengthen exactly that architecture. And as financial systems continue to grow in complexity, the importance of this function will only become more central for the institutions responsible for navigating them.